The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom's lore is garbage. It contradicts the old lore, but somehow still canon according to the developers. And the game's story in general is probably the worst of any 3D Zelda game. But it can be salvaged. If it was in its own timeline with the Breath of the Wild, and I guess Age of Calamity 2, it would make sense. Because, it's new lore. Because if you look at what happens in Tears of the Kingdom, it really contradicts most of Zelda lore, because there'd be 2 imprisoning walls, another Ganondorf, and there should have just been the same one. Another founding of Hyrule, which literally doesn't make sense because he played for that in Skyward Sword, so just another one happened. And the developers said Hyrule Kingdom could have been destroyed in tens of thousands of years past, so it's basically a new timeline. So why not just make it a new timeline? Why do you have to have it connected to the old stuff? It doesn't make sense. Why would the same things happen twice, even if it is tens of thousands of years later? Right? So I'm thinking, why don't you just make your own timeline? Because it just doesn't match with the other stuff, and it very loosely does. And the way that it does in canon is through tens of thousands of years passing, but that's basically just a new timeline, so why not just go all the way with that? Because now you're limiting yourself. Now that you're connected to the old stuff, you have to explain how it's connected, because it just doesn't work. Because supposedly, if the Master Sword is the same Master Sword from all the other Zelda games, from Skyward Sword onwards, then how could it break to Ganondorf's Malice, right? How does that work? Because it's said that the Master Sword cannot be touched. It's said that the Master Sword cannot be touched by evil. Yeah, it gets destroyed by malice, which is meant to be pure hatred or evil. So how does that literally work? Is it not the same Master Sword? What happened? Did it decay over the tens of thousands of years? If so, why not explain that? Right? So it shows that Nintendo has very little care for the story of Zelda. They didn't care for the lore. So now the lore contradicts itself. It doesn't really make sense anymore. So what they should have just done, or what they can still do, is just make it into its own separate universal timeline or whatever. Another solution could be that tens of thousands of year gap between the games. You could make another game that explores that time period and can make it somehow concise, I guess. Really, Tears of the Kingdom, it has no mysteries about tens of thousands of years ago. It doesn't give any further insight into it, just all the Zonai. But I don't really think that the Zonai were meant to be the Zonai. Okay, hear me out. So in Breath of the Wild, right, there were a savage tribe that lived in Faron. But everyone was making theories about it leading up to. Everyone's making theory about the Zonai leading up to the game's release. Nintendo likely saw the hype around the biggest mystery, and they decided to okay, well, we're gonna make a new race, we might as well call them the Zonais to please the theorist community. Except they didn't, because the Zonai had new architecture, new everything, and they were technologically advanced society, when they should have been savage barbarians. How does the barbarian set make sense? And that's not explored or detailed in any way, and they don't hint at it. As well, Tears of the Kingdom tries not to be connected to any other Zelda game, while still trying to be connected at the same time. So, there's in Hatena Village, no one knows Link, even though he lives there in Breath of the Wild, which is stupid. How does that work? But I get they want to make it so people who are new to Tears of the Kingdom don't feel like they're missing out and stuff. So, I don't get what the point is of making it a direct sequel. Why not just go to a new land, right? Like a Termina, or any other new land. It's not that difficult, because now no one knows who Link is, even though he saved them from the calamity. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't want to be connected to any Zelda game in its story, and it blatantly contradicts and ignores other stories, but at the same time, it's still like pulling from. It still makes references to all the games, but it's just not concise or consistent. It's not consistent. To fix the law, you can just separate it, make it its own timeline. So, because like they never reference the Triforce, so why not just have a new timeline? The Secret Stones or whatever they're called are like the new powerful relic. Because even Ganon with the might of the Triforce's power couldn't break the Master Sword. So, but the Secret Stone could. Why not just have a new timeline with a new relic? Okay, I know this video is just a rant, but thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, I will do more rants. I will do more rants in the future. I don't know why. I just feel like this is what I should do with this channel now. Like the direction I decided to go in was just, alright, I want to complain about stuff. I have a lot of opinions, and I want to express them. And this isn't really the only platform where I can just voice my opinion on stupid shit. So yeah, thanks for watching.